If you're looking for a D3 and K2 supplement, these three might look like they're actually doing the same thing, but guess what? They're not. I've got 3 different D3 and K2 supplements here, and they may look the same, but I'm going to compare for you like the dosage, how you take them, their ingredients, and which one I would prefer. So let's start with sports research. This one gives you 5,000 IU of vitamin D3 and 100 micrograms of vitamin K2 as MK7. The D3 is plant-based from lichen, I'm probably saying that wrong. Then the K2 comes from chickpea, and then they're actually combined with coconut oil. D3 and K2 are both soluble vitamins, so having that as a fat source already included is definitely a bonus. And the capsule itself is pretty small. So if you're not a fan of a giant supplement, that's a plus for this one. The downside is there's only 60 soft gels inside this container, but the serving size is just 1, so that gives you 60 days. Now let's talk about the micro ingredients. This is where things are going to start to change up a little bit. Micro ingredients gives you 10,000 IU of vitamin D3 and 200 micrograms of K2 as the MK7. So compared with sports research, you're getting twice the amount of D3 and twice the amount of K2 per soft gel. And let's take a look at them. This one also includes coconut oil as a binding ingredient, and it comes in the mini soft gel. But here's another big difference. The sports research gives you 60 capsules in here. The micro ingredients gives you 300. And the serving size is 1 soft gel a day. But I wouldn't necessarily say that more vitamin D is gonna make this one better. This is gonna be a much higher potency in the formula. So I'd definitely make sure, actually as with everything, that you are talking to your healthcare provider to make sure that this is something that will be right for you. You want to make sure that you're getting the proper amount of vitamin D dosage for you, and only your doctor can help recommend that. And then you got this guy over here, Nusava. I hope I'm saying that right. This is going to be a little bit different because this is a dropper. Nusava is a liquid formula providing 5,000 IU of vitamin D3 and 120 micrograms of vitamin K, plus 250 milligrams of omega-3. So now you're back to the same amount of D3 as sports research, but slightly more vitamin K, but you also get the added omega-3s. So if swallowing a supplement is not your thing, something like a dropper, it might be a good alternative for you. Here's what the sports research capsule looks like. It's a pretty small capsule. Here is what the micro ingredients capsule looks like, and it is an even smaller capsule. And of course, the Nusava one is the liquid in the dropper. And so here's what it looks like. Okay, but now the real question is, how do they taste? Well, obviously capsules, you pretty much don't taste them, you just swallow them. But I do tend to think that sometimes a capsule might produce like an aftertaste. So I'm going to sacrifice this for the, in the name of research, and I'm gonna open up these capsules. I'll actually try and like taste a little bit of them. And then of course you have the liquid one right here from Nusava, that you can take it just directly in your mouth. You can mix it into your favorite drink, whatever works best for you. They say to definitely shake it before you use it, and make sure you refrigerate it after opening. So a little bit extra care is needed to happen with this one since it's the liquid form. Okay, so let's go ahead and put some in the plate right here, and we're going to actually taste it. So I'm just gonna put a little bit on my finger. Let's see what this tastes like. I dipped it on my hand. Okay. It's not unpleasant. Maybe a little bit of like an olive oil type taste. Does it smell? I still feel like it kind of smells like an oil, like an olive oil. Like maybe some coconut oil that's in here that I'm actually smelling and tasting. Not at all unpleasant. I mean, there's no sweetness, there's no bitterness to it at all. It just kind of has like an oily taste to it, if that's a thing. Yeah, so not unpleasant. So if you are someone that cannot take a pill, that could definitely be a good option for you. Now, all right, I'm not sure how I'm going to do this, but let's take the sports research one. And I've just got a little knife right here, so I'm just going to poke the gel cap and see what happens. Okay, so a little bit of the liquid did come out, and it is like a slight amber look. I don't even know if that matters. So let's go ahead and taste this one too. Okay. I taste nothing. I taste nothing. And I smell nothing. Okay. No taste, no smell of the liquid that is inside here. Now, I'll wipe my fingers off. We're going to wipe the edge of the knife off. And now we're going to do the micro ingredients. This is an even tinier little pill here. Cut it open so we get some of the liquid out. This seems like it's got like a really more of a thicker casing around it. I got some scissors to see if I can cut it because I literally cannot get this little guy open. There we go. But what's interesting, it doesn't seem to have like a whole lot of liquid inside of it. There's some on my finger. I mean, the capsule's really tiny. So, I mean, that, you know, obviously it's gonna hold less. But I do have some little oily residue on my finger, but it's not like pouring out like the sports research did. Okay, so I have some definitely on my finger here. I'm glad I did this one last. So let me go ahead and smell. Is there like a ever so slightly minty smell? I don't really taste anything either. Not much of any smell whatsoever at all. Okay, so I mean, everyone is going to handle and absorb, their body will absorb capsules differently. Just from that non-scientific observation, the sports research one definitely seemed to have a little bit more liquid in it, but because it's a bigger capsule than the microingredients one did. Of course, the microingredients, there's 300 of these inside of here. Still, one serving is one capsule versus one, and there's 300 of these versus one serving with 60 of these. So do the math on how long that takes for you. So in the end, for me, I mean, I wouldn't choose one based off of just having the higher number. I would choose the one that obviously most directly seems to work well with me, with what my doctor has recommended, and how I know that I absorb or can or cannot take pills. I would choose the sports research one. It has the right amount of D3 and K2 from what my doctor has recommended for me. The pill is something that I can take because it's an easy pill. It's easy for me to add a pill into my daily routine because I've already taken some other supplements every day. If you are someone that's really looking for a much higher dose, then I would look at the microingredients one. This one seems to be right down the middle of the line, which is a good option for me. But if you cannot take pills, I love the fact that the Nusava one offers it in a liquid supplement, which does not have much of a taste to it. You could take it straight. You could also go ahead and mix it into your favorite drink. But for me, my favorite that I would choose would be the sports research one. I hope that this helped you to get a better understanding of the differences of these D3 and K2 supplements. And hopefully this will help you decide which one's going to be right for you.